So, this is my new strategy that I'm pointing out to a lot of people here. Hold on. Okay, so as you probably already saw, what's going to happen, you obviously know what's going to happen here in this trend. But basically, this new strategy I've created is going to be using my market cipher indicator alongside with ATR stepped, another new adaptive moving average, with the average true range indicator moving alongside it with the moving averages. So we also have the 21-day moving average and the 7-day moving average. Those are the colored ones you're going to see in there. And so basically for the blueprint for this strategy, we need to have a trend above the green line. This is just for longs, by the way, guys. This is not for shorting. I'm sure this would work just as well if you were to short the market and you were following the red signals instead. If you do want to get the market cipher indicator below, I do have it on my Patreon. It is my own version of it. It's not like the crypto face version. It's similar, but it's new, improved, a lot cheaper to buy. I recommend you go do it right now. But anyway, so you're going to use that alongside a 21-day EMA, a 7-day EMA, and then the ATR stepped. And also when you go into the settings for the ATR stepped indicator, we want to go to inputs, make sure we have it set to 30 and then 0.5. Change those right there. All right, after you do that, actually I'm going to save that just as a default so I don't have to change it again. And basically, we're going to have the trend needs to be above the green line. So right here, you see it's down. It's in a downtrend. Obviously, we're going down, blah, 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 dumb. But it's got the red ATR line. We want to focus on that. And we're also below the 21-day moving average. This is a key factor right here, or the 7-day moving average. We need to be below the 7-day moving average. For some reason, I put the 21. Sorry. We want to be below both. Obviously, both is better. Okay, so both EMAs will be better for this indicator, but we just need it to be below the 7. Alright, so I put the 7 in light blue here. The yellow is the 21. Both is even better, so we're just going to focus on both of them. So we need them to be below the 21 and the 7-day move exponential moving average. And then we also, okay, for shorting, that's what it would be. For longing, we need to be above those. So we need to get above the 21-day moving average and the 7-day moving average. We also need to form a green trend on the ATR moving average indicator as well. And then we want to get at least 2 green arrows from my market cipher indicator alongside a yellow triangle long. Okay, once we have these 3 indicators here, and you can also use Cypher B below, which would be even more confirmation. The more the merrier. It helps, right? And then basically we're going to watch this trade play out here. This is what's going to happen when we follow those 3. Okay, so let's just see how this works out. Here's another important thing to note. This is pretty obvious. You should already know this, but you want those arrows on my indicator, the Cypher B and Cypher A, to confirm. So it needs to stay printed after it prints. It cannot just print, show up, and then disappear after like a minute on the candle. Also, I recommend using the 3-minute chart for this indicator or this strategy to work. Okay, let's get back to it. Okay, so now we see 2 green being printed, but we're not above a green line yet, so we would not enter here. Why? Because just because we have 2 confirmations, that's not 3. We need 3, number 1. And number 2, we need to have a green trend print as well on the ATR. So let's get back to this. And that's where you would want to enter the trade. Right when it turns green, right here, and it has a bump up, and you see the yellow triangle here. Oh, let me just remove this. So you see that yellow triangle. This is the final indication to buy a long, all right? And then we just buy 5, 10 contracts on a long on the S&P 500 right here, right? So we just want to buy it right here. All right. So this is mainly when you're going to start focusing when to buy, is when these two print right here, and we've been consolidating for a while. This does take some patience. It does take some discipline to profit on this strategy, but it does work if you decide to follow the rules. I know that's a lot easier said in practice than in live actual markets, but we're going to test this out tomorrow in live trading. So go ahead and subscribe to the video and like this one, and then come back tomorrow. Hit the bell for notifications so you can see when we go live and we're trading. You're going to see this trading strategy live in action tomorrow, but we'll just see how this does play out here. So if you bought like 10 contracts, let's see what happens, okay? I would sell right around here, okay? Right when I get that second like yellow, okay? So I'd sell here after I get a pretty big bump up in price. You can keep holding it if you want to, obviously. This wasn't a crazy one. This is only like a 7-point move, but hey, 1 point for one contract on the S&P futures is $50, right? So we had 7 times 50. That's like $350 right there that you just made. That's off one contract. If you had 5 contracts, that's a $1,500 profit, and you only had to wait till 10 o'clock today on Tuesday to make that money. But like I said, a lot easier said in practice than in actual live markets. So we're going to try it tomorrow, and we're going to see how it works out. Anyway, let's just see how this keeps going, see if this gets any more profit for you on the day. Let's see. Boom, boom. See, that's why I would have got out a little bit earlier than that, okay? Just because it did come back down. And it came down fast. So, like, that would have eaten most of your profits. That would have left you with only a 3-point move. But still, that's like $150, 5 contracts. That's a good $750 profit on a trade. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, technically, you could even have it come back down to touch this line. I would just wait until the second, like, this style of candle prints, so like a red-green candle. That's what these are. The normal green candles are obvious uptrend with this indicator and this strategy, but the big green with the red border, that is signaling a possible reversal. So especially with the volume picking up right here. So you also want to pay attention to the price action, who's winning, the buyers or the sellers, and then obviously the volume is showing that we're going to get a sell-off here, which, I mean, if we play the chart, let's see what happens. Oh, look at that. We got rejected from the green line. All right. And that could have been a good short entry, but I wouldn't actually go in there just because look at what happens. Immediately, we come back up. Immediately. Dang. Look at that, guys. All right. And there you go. There's the end of the trend. Basically right there. No, I was wrong again. See? That's why I just say to stay in for the one trade, though, and just do one of those trades a day, all right? Because if you do more than one trade a day, you're going to end up shooting yourself in the foot. Just try mastering one strategy, one blueprint, and then get it down. That's going to be my goal moving forward. I highly recommend you guys try this out for yourselves. If you do want to purchase Cypher B&A, like I said, go to my Patreon down below. Purchase it. You can rent it for $100 a month. If you want to get lifetime access, it's $500. Guys, these are some good prices right now. I'm unfortunately not going to be having a Black Friday sale for it. But anyway, it's still really cheap compared to the $1,500 a year you're going to be paying at crypto or marketcypher.com. So, I mean, this is the same thing. It's just better, and it does work with other indicators, especially with the ATR stepped indicator. It works like gold, all right? And we're going to see it live tomorrow and on Friday and on Thursday. All right, we're going to see this moving forward. I'm just going to continue to practice this strategy and use this moving forward into the markets. Hopefully, we can profit really well. Anyway, guys, like I said, like the video, subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. And stay profitable, my friends. Stay profitable. Peace out.